If you're trying to get into Baki recently because of the Tekken announcement for Yojuro, don't start on the Netflix anime. Don't start on it. I know it's the only one available, but there's actually 2 seasons before this. You're starting on season 3. That's part of why Baki is feels so confusing for new people. Like, not only is Baki insane, people skip these two first parts. This is the actual watch order. If you're someone who thinks, well, I don't care about the Baki story, I only want to see cool fights, why would you purposely skip some of the best animated fights, probably the best animated fights in the series, some of the best fights in the series, and the tournament arc? Why? That doesn't make sense. I've also seen this argument that, oh, well, Baki's actually a comedy, you're not supposed to take it seriously. It has comedic elements, but Baki itself takes itself very seriously. It's hard to just take seriously because of this anime adaptation, the Netflix one at least, because it's an okay adaptation. If you read the manga, you'll see, damn, Netflix just messed this up completely, or at least the studio too. Actual best way to get into Baki is reading the manga. The art is so stellar. The, when Baki was written, it had no concept to actually be animated. So all of the scenes in the manga flow really well in the manga. But translating that into an animation, you need a really good director. Because if you know Baki, you know there's a narrator. When you read that, it's seamless. But when you have that in a fight, it just feels like it got cut off. But anyways, you start with grappler, new grappler, son of ogre, Hamabaki, right? Pretty simple stuff. It gets really easy once you start reading. And then it goes Baki Do, the Musashi arc, Baki Do, the Sumo arc, and then Baki Raihen, the current part. That's Jack's part. Well, actually, Baki Raihen means the people surrounding Baki, so it's mostly about Jack, but it's also about some side characters. I know Baki seems crazy because of this guy right here, Yujiro Hanma, but he's actually a well-written villain, and he's actually very entertaining, despite how evil, because of how evil he is, I would say. Not despite of, because of. And Baki Hanma is also just a really great character. I mean, I feel like this speaks for itself, but Baki, the series, is about a boy becoming a man, and also about the ideas of dreams. The idea of, what if, you know, someone wanted to be the strongest, and we had these ideas like as kids, but what if we didn't give up on those ideas? That is what the main cast of Baki has on their central mind. They all want to be the strongest. They all want to improve their martial art. They want their martial art to be the strongest. They all have different goals and ideas, but they all boil down to the idea of, if someone is born a man, at least once in their life they dream about being the strongest. That is one of the central themes of Baki, at least. There's many, but that is the main one that ties the whole series together, and is why we have things like Musashi, or things like the Sumo arc, or prehistoric cavemen. Yes, the series gets crazy, but it is incredibly sincere on how it writes its characters and story. Like characters like Ritsu, Katsumi, Doppo, these characters are well written and respected. Like, the series is so passionately written. I hate that it just gets looked down on.